So this is a spooky Southern Gothic story, and it is set on a plantation in North Carolina. And the premise is that this plantation, although it's now been turned in to this resort type wedding venue, it is haunted by the slaves who worked the land and died there. So it follows three friends, and Mira is the main character of it, and that kind of knows some of the past of the recent things that have happened on the plantation, but recent as in 10 years ago. So Mira, Celine, and Jesse were all friends in high school. Mira is African American, and Celine is white, but she was poor, so she lived on the side of town or the area where mostly African American families lived. And so Celine and Mira become best friends because they sit on the bus and they kind of break the rule about how kids sat on the bus in kind of a segregated way. They broke that mold and they sat together and became friends. And especially the African American boys start teasing Mira and Celine for sitting together, and Jesse takes up for them. The three of them become friends, and Mira and Jesse go to this plantation, even though Myra's mother had warned her about it and was like, do not go here, when she was a little girl. So Mira and Jesse go there, and something happens one night where Jesse then gets arrested and accused of serious crimes. And Mira, of course, takes up for him. And then the three kind of move on, although Mira moves away and becomes this teacher in this school district with troubled students. And I mean, all the usual problems that a school with very low budget would have. School supplies, students that don't care, teachers that don't care, administration that's fed up and is like, just call the police on the kids, we're not dealing with this anymore, that sort of thing. Jesse still lives in their small town, and although he has grown apart from Celine and Mira, the thing is, Mira still has feelings for Jesse after all these years, and she has no clue if he's married or moved on or is even the least bit interested. But there's still a little kindle there, a little fire burning. Celine has worked her way up. She became she went to cosmetology school and has become a hairdresser and really worked her butt off to develop a good clientele. And she has now met a dentist, and she's going to marry him, and she thinks is truly her way of moving up in at least the financial status in their small town community. So Celine decides she's going to have her wedding at the plantation. So they all, Mira and Jesse, agree to come out to the wedding. And this wedding is going to be at the very plantation where Mira and Jesse had the infamous evening where the event happened. So it is a ghost story, and it's very haunting and dark, especially the parts. It will take you into the ghostly kind of other world of the slaves and the things that happen to them and haunt them and why they are restless and vengeful. I mean, and it also deals with not just race, but, and it's not necessarily like big in-your-face racism, it's just the little nuances of prejudice against race, financial class, education even. It really shows that it doesn't have to be this huge thing. It's the little innuendos and things like that that continue to haunt people on prejudice.